When I was 14 and I got my first computer and I started making games at home, I would have died if you told me what was waiting for me in the next 30 years of my life. It would have blown my mind. So I think this is awesome. So what we've got at Age of Empires Online is we've got a free-to-play game where you get to play the Greeks and the Egyptians. If you wanted to, you could play free-to-play the entire time. Now, if you, and like I like to say this, if you fall in love with your Greek civilization or your Egyptians, and coming up soon here this fall, the Celts and the Persians, if you fall in love with one of these, then you can make a decision that you want to unlock that, okay? You can make that decision. And that's wonderful, because that is a complete 180-degree shift from where you had to lay your money down on a game and then hope that it was for you. And when you did that in the past, you were buying this entire game experience. Now, in this model, you get to buy just the pieces of the game that you want, which is awesome. You can imagine, it's no fun buying every item on in the restaurant on the menu if you're only having the cheeseburger. Okay, we sell you just the cheeseburger, which is way better. If I put on my hat as a gamer and as a consumer, and I think about what free to play is, it works for me. Okay, it's not just something that works on the business side. It's awesome because it works for both. You just have to give it a chance, and you just have to let it happen and think about what the value proposition is. Okay, and when you do that, you realize how powerful it is, and why it's going to be everywhere in 2-3 years. From the very beginning of our industry, things started changing. Okay, you know that old saying, the only constant is change. It's true. And how do you get left behind? How do you become a grognard? How do you become someone who looks at all these new and exciting things and doesn't understand them? You don't evolve and change with it. I've always prided myself in changing and keeping up. You know, I buy books on modern programming approaches, and HTML5 and internet technologies. I'm constantly learning and re-educating myself. This is just one of those changes. And it's not the last change.